Hi, it's Pamela. In this tutorial, we're going to use both Doodly and Toonly to create a short Memorial Day message.
Hey, and welcome to the official Doodly YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, please click the like and subscribe button below. Now let's get straight to the video.
With Memorial Day coming up in the United States, many people are looking for ways to show their support and appreciation for the troops who have fought and died for our country. One way to do this is by creating a Memorial Day video message. Today, I'll show you how to do that using both Toonly and Doodly. Since we're using two separate programs, we're going to have two separate finished videos that we're going to need to combine into one. And I'm going to use PowerPoint to do that because it's really easy to do, and a lot of you guys already have PowerPoint. Of course, you can use whatever video editor software you have, but I thought this is a good way to do it. And what I want the character to say is, "Thank you to all the brave men and women who have served our country. We are forever grateful for your sacrifices." So it's going to be short and simple. Now let's go ahead and get started. First, we need to be in Doodly with a blank scene. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this little title sequence, and there we go. I do want it to be our standard 1920 by 1080 horizontal video. And that's what I will also do in Toonly so that they match up. Now I found a background over on freepik.com. It's one of many royalty-free sites that you can use to find neat graphics. And I found this background. So I'm going to go over to props, click the plus sign, and I'm just going to drag it in. And you'll see it's just a very basic, patriotic, generic, look here to it. Okay, so because of the way it's shaped, I do need to have it enlarged slightly, and it's going to be a little tricky because I want it to be enlarged identically on both sides, on both software programs. So I'm making the upper left corner be exactly in the upper left corner of each screen here. And then I'm just going to have one little tiny stripe of red down at the bottom, and I think that'll be fine. I am lining up the trailing sides here so that the sides are even, and then we just have this. Now let's go ahead and click the pencil icon. And we want, remember, the hand to come in and draw this stuff. So I'm going to start by clicking path 1, and I'm only going to worry about the red at first. And I'm just going to go back and forth. Now you can't see very well my little path size. It's not very large, so I need to make it larger. And I do apologize, it's kind of hard to see in the red what I'm doing. I'm just scribbling over it like so. So I'm covering it up. Now I need a new path because my red comes down here. And I'm going to do my best not to get into the blue. I'm not really trying to be perfect here. Just want to get the illusion. Okay, now we're going to go into the blues, and since we've already revealed the reds, this one can just be really fast. And while we could have just let the Doodly default scribbles take care of this for us because they are in the right diagonal pattern, I wanted to just customize it a little just so we could get the reds first and then the blues. So that's basically it. Let's see how long we want it to draw on. I think 3 seconds is probably going to be fine. Let's go to settings down in the lower left. Let's turn it into a cartoon hand. And let's see. Now we need to add some time at the end. Let's go ahead, go to scene settings, and let's just make it 10 seconds. That just gives us, no, let's make it 2 seconds. And let's go ahead and export that. Make it 1080. And that's our Doodly portion. Now let's go ahead and open Toonly. And let's go ahead and create a new video. Background. Upload new background. We are going to upload the exact same one that we used in Doodly. And we're going to drag it into our scene. And you'll notice that Toonly did exactly what I did. Okay, see how we just had that little tiny bit and the top and left edges are there. So Toonly automatically resizes it to fit. I don't know that it's going to line up 100%, so we'll probably do a little bit of a transition in PowerPoint, you know, like a little dissolve, just to kind of make it blend a little easier if they don't line up perfectly. So now that we're in Doodly, we can have a character come on. So let's go over to the Characters tab, and I'm going to find a female that represents me because I'm going to be doing my own voice. So it needs to match my voice. So let's use this lady, and I would like her to walk onto the scene and do her piece. But before she comes on, I also want to add a few little things. So you can upload your own objects. And I have found a bunch of silhouettes of different soldiers. So I'm just going to upload them in. It's going to take a couple minutes here, or seconds I should say. Now I have to find them. So under search objects, I'm going to type in soldier because they all have this name. So now we can just bring them all in here, resize them. I thought I'd just have a lineup of soldiers saluting. You can zoom out a little so that you can better control these larger objects. Okay, now I have all of these little items that have come in. And then of course I have my lady. And I want these items, my soldiers, to last longer, of course. So we're gonna make this a 10-second scene. So we're just gonna stretch them all in and realize that some of them are going to come in sooner than others. But at least let's have them all end at the same time. Now we need to decide how they're going to come in. So if you click on settings, by default they all bounce in. So if we hit play, you'll see, boink, everybody bounces in. Well, you might not want that to happen. So let's go to our first one and click settings, and let's see what we can choose. We could have them instant, so we could have them one pop on, one after another, or they could grow in, or they could fade in. I like the fade in effect myself. So I'm going to choose fade in. And then for the out effect, I just want it to be instant. I don't want them to actually bounce out or fade away or anything. So we're just going to end the scene with everybody in place. So we're going to choose instant. And we're going to do that for each of them. So let's go ahead and hit play real quick at the beginning just to make sure we didn't miss any. So yeah, all those guys faded in just beautifully. Now, they can all come in at once like that, or we could stagger them. So let's have this guy come in first, and then the next guy, he's gonna come in just a touch afterwards, and then the next one, just a touch afterwards. And then the next one, just a touch after, and another. So now, if we watch it, they're going to come in one after the other. So let's hit play. So, and see they just work their way across. Now the flag, I probably want it to come in with the third guy, like so. So let's go back and watch them come in. So yeah, and that's fine. Our lady, we don't want her to come in until after all our silhouettes have appeared. So we're going to drag her little piece down to about the 2-second mark. So now if we watch it, they fade on and then boom. Okay, now of course we don't want her popping on and going away like that. We want her to be actually off screen because she's gonna walk on. So I'm zooming out and I want to move her. So I have her highlighted I'm going to move her just off camera here. And what I want her to do is walk across the screen and end up over here, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is get her off screen. I'm going to click settings and I'm going to say walking. Now she's going to walk the wrong way, so I'm going to flip her over that way. That's going to be fine there. Now, getting into some advanced Toonly stuff here because we want to make her walk. So click this little keyframe here. It's called a keyframe at the very beginning. And what that does is it tells it, okay, here's where you start. Here's where our lady is starting. And that's exactly where we want her, so we don't need to move her. And then we go to the second keyframe, which is going to be the ending one. So after she walks for 2 seconds, where do we want her to be? Well, we want her to be over here. So we move her to that position. So now she's locked into both positions, okay? And you notice she's walking. So let's see how that looks. And then all of a sudden she walks in. Oh, and the popping on and disappearing thing, we need to do that. Remember, I did not do that. So we're going to go ahead and click her and click the gear icon. So in effect, bounce, out effect, bounce. Okay, we want all of those to go away. I want instant and instant. That way we don't have any bouncing or fading or anything. And though it doesn't really matter because she just appears off camera, if she were to bounce or grow, that effect might still be happening while she's walking. So that's why I just have it pop on here, instant. We don't have to worry about that. Then she walks on, and then she's going to stop, and then we want her to say her piece. So now we're going to pick, let's do hands to waist. So she'll be just standing there with her hands on her waist. She stops and then puts her hands on her waist like this. Down here is my microphone. So when I'm ready to speak, I'm going to click this button. Thank you to all of the brave men and women who have served our country. We are forever grateful for your sacrifice. Okay, so I have the voiceover. Now, some of the characters can actually lip sync while they're moving. Let's see if she's one of them. Go ahead and zoom in here. So if you click on settings and you click lip sync, and yes, she is. So I'm going to go ahead and say voiceover. So she will begin talking at some point, and I want to make sure this one is also set to continue the voiceover. So lip sync voiceover. So we should be okay. Let's take a look. Thank you to all of the brave men and women who have served our country. We are forever grateful for your sacrifice. Okay, so she's continuing now. So that's fine, but she disappears while we're still talking. So all you have to do is take this and then drag it over. And then let's make sure, let's just give it, let's all go to the same amount of time here. So I'm going to drag each one over. And then if we wanted, we could add some text. To adjust the text, click the gear icon. And let's just say Memorial Day 2022. Let's change the color. And let's make sure that's where we want it to come on. Women who have served our country, we are forever grateful for your sacrifice. I think that's fine. Okay, so now it's built. Let's export it, and then we'll go into PowerPoint and combine the two videos. So let's go to export. And again, I want it to be 1080, so I want it to be the same resolution. And let me put it in the proper folder here. Okay, while that's going, I'm going to open PowerPoint. Okay, so I'm now in PowerPoint, and what I want to do is just get rid of these little placeholders. Don't need them. And instead, I want to go to, where do I want to go? Insert. So I'm in the Insert tab here, and I want to choose Video, and I want to do it from File. And I need to go over to my folder, where I exported those. And I have two. I have the Memorial Day Toonly and I also have the Memorial Day Doodly. So I want to start with the Doodly one and click Insert. And now I want a new slide. So you right click, New Slide. And again, I'm going to delete this stuff so I don't need them. And I'm going to go back to Insert, Video, from File, and this time I want the one Toonly. Now what PowerPoint will allow you to do is export your presentation as a video. So what will happen is this will play first in your exported video. So you'll see the hand draw this on and you go, oh, that's cute. And then next thing you know, this comes on and it will play. Thank you to all of the brave men and women. Okay? Like I said, I wanted to put a transition between the two, so I'm going to go to Transitions, and I just want a fade, and that's just going to go between these two. Okay, fade there, that's where I want it. And we can apply it to all, it's fine. Yeah. Well, you want to go up to your menu up in the top, and you go to File, Export. And you want to give it a name, so we're going to say Combined Memorial Day, and under File Format we're going to choose MP4. That's a video format, and you can choose your quality. We could do presentation quality, which is the 1920 by 1080, and that'll be fine. And let's go ahead and hit export, and then I'll show it to you. This is the Doodly part, and here we go. Thank you to all of the brave men and women who have served our country. We are forever grateful for your sacrifice. And there you have it. That's just a quick and easy way to use the two programs together and then stitch them together in PowerPoint. I hope this gives you some ideas, and thanks for watching.